Okay, so yeah, last time I did this, I didn't really, and I felt that I didn't really go over a few important points here, so I just wanted to redo this video. So, yeah, basically you get your large raft here, and you place it. Obviously, you can't place it on land, so you gotta place it somewhere in the water. And you can even do it on inland water sources like lakes and ponds. But here, I'm just gonna show what you'll probably end up doing. And there you basically want to choose a point that doesn't have too many rocks and such. Like here seems like a nice big gap. A few more loading in. But yeah, doesn't seem to be too bad. So I'll just aim it just a bit more to the side of. But now that I'm partially up on land, I might be able to get a foot better. Well, sort of. I don't want to hit that anchor. But yeah, this is a good showing off of how some of the difficulties can be. I don't want to say that, make no claims that this is a perfect idea in any way, shape, or form. But I wonder if I can just just grab this board. Shift that on. This is probably one of the hardest spots I've ever actually tried to get this board off. There we go. Okay. Oh no. This is going to be one of your main enemies, these darn small throwable rock pebbles. Yeah, so that's how you're going to start getting your raft up on the main section of the island. Keep an eye out for dangers. Looks like there's nothing else in the way now, so I can just go ahead and speed on ahead, full steam. That's how you would get your raft up here to start. Obviously, as you can see, because the large raft itself is slanted at the moment, because the ground, it's not going to place proper blueprints on top of it, so you want to you want to choose what you're going to be using this sled for back to when it's flat on the ocean, or I guess a pond or something, depending where you start, before you come up onto the land. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this one, so I didn't even bother. Could be a large log holder sled, could be you could go with a large rock, although rocks spawn most places, so I don't really see the point in that. Same with, well, I guess sticks. Some areas don't really have too many sticks, so you could just make a large stick sled out of this large raft. One last thing I should probably explain here before I go on is that depending on, well, you've probably noticed already, depending on where you are on this custom sled thing, depending on where you push it, it'll get different results. So the back and the front of the craft are fairly straightforward. It just kind of goes either, if you go right in the middle, it'll go straight, just kind of straight with no side-to-side motion. If you do on the corners, it'll go, to the corners. The sides are a little bit trickier, but they're mostly the same. It just goes kind of where you push it. Sometimes it does this thing where you can't, there's no hand icon to push it, so you just have to walk away and then come back real quick, and then, oh, no, if it says stays away, it means it's just being weird with the terrain. But, yeah, the only weird section that starts to get on the sides here is, like, for example, if I push right there, you might expect it to go straight, but it actually goes to the right there. Kind of favors the back side of the ship. But yeah, so that's basically the maneuvering part of it. The only other thing would be if you're looking to turn it, you can, probably the simplest and cheapest method is just getting a rock wall here real quick and lining it up. 4 little rocks. You can find those anywhere on the map pretty much. Super cheap, super quick. Yeah. Let's try and get it to turn around that rock. Make it pin real nicely if we can. If you're wondering what the clicking noise is, I have the push button set to my my metal mouse button. It makes it a bit easier to use. Okay, so now I've got a pretty good orientation there. Pretty happy with that. Only cost me 4 rocks. You can even do it with just a 2-rock single log or single rock pillar. But I'm not feeling too confident at the moment. Yeah. I think I might actually just sleep real quick. There we go, now I can see again. So yeah, you would probably want to build a nice little kind of raftway, a little track for the raft to go down, just to kind of guide it along for, keep it straight and true during lots of weird, varied terrain and all that. So you're going to take advantage of the getting a baseline from the large raft, and then take advantage of the fact that the rocks walls have a snap to feature, sort of. You can see right there it's trying to snap to continue the line of the previous wall that I just made. So you want to start your wall off, you know, like that, with a decent section on one side. Then you can build that all up real quick. And then you'll have a baseline side of flatness to be able to base the other side off of. Now you can kind of snug the raft up against the first side, so you can see, oh yeah, it's looking pretty good there. And then you can lay your second wall off of that. Although it looks like it's slightly wedged into the rocks on that side over there, so I think I might... actually, let's see if I can get it straighter first, then I won't have to guess. I think that worked. Yeah, I think so. So then you can get your second line of wall out here. Do a pretty decent approximation of what it, the gap you want there. And you can keep using that snap to feature again. Try and get the approximate distance. And then build this all up again real quick. Now, obviously, if you're not in creative mode, this is going to take a while, especially depending on, you know, the length. If it starts getting too extreme, it, you know, will take quite a while. But you know, rocks are pretty common around the map, so it's not overly strenuous. It's pretty easy to just do a couple at a time and do it at your leisure as you go, every time you go by. But yeah, I'd still definitely recommend these. I have a couple in my own bases, to be honest. I built this rather haphazard, crappy, just really random, thrown down raftway here, just to try and illustrate sometimes how difficult it can be to get out and what you might need to continue operating the raft along a given path. Just wanted to show that it's not always so easy, especially if you're trying to do go up hills or do curves, or like this, do a curve and go up a hill at the same time. Ooh, that was neat. Brings me to another point about why I like to only build rock walls one high, so that you can have your raft come up and over onto it if you need to turn. Enables good maneuverability. And I really don't like the thing where you can't have to walk away and come back to look at the thing. And then you get to you, and then you'll make it walk away again. Come on. sure accomplishing what I was wanted. Trying to illustrate how difficult it can be to get things in. Okay, so it take too long. It's still better than more efficient than log sleds, but I think in that kind of situation that you might want to go with a zip line or something like that, or just make a better raftway. But yeah, it was a good demonstration of how annoying it can be. So yeah, let's see what's next. This is an example of a raftway that I built in my main survival save. Well, I have the command console for God knows but yeah, I used this one for quite a long time. My main save here. Actually built a little. Oh, come on. I built a little berth around it for just for resource access. Make it look kind of nice, and yeah, it runs pretty well. Even though it's slightly seems to have canted a little bit to the side here. Kick it back over. As you can see, once you fill it with log sleds, it gets a bit harder to try and find the hand icon. But yeah, it still runs. Yeah, it's getting dark here anyways, but yeah, it runs pretty well. Even though it's also going uphill and curving slightly, but on this one the curve is down here on the flat land, and then it goes up as opposed to that last one, which is pretty much harder. And then this is my current build that it's a redo of the last survival save that I did. I was getting sick of all the dev updates breaking my save, so got another berth for the sled. This time I decided to give it a bit more windows in the top so I could kind of see around. And then still haven't actually done the raftway part of it. I've only done the berth section, but I just thought I might show that. And oh, come on, failed to. There we go. I might show that and then finish off on a nice note here. The sunshine as opposed to the darkness as a moment ago. So yeah, that's all you really need to know about the raftway.